Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to get Almighty in Type Soul. Alright, a little disclaimer, you cannot get Almighty yet. Alright, the requirements haven't been figured out yet, but you could help. Alright, you could help. I put a Discord in the description. It's a very useful Discord. I've been using it a lot. They've made this Google Doc that I've also put in the description, of course. So yeah, if you ever need that, it's in the description. Help you yourself out. And yeah. Alright, to start with, you probably need more than 400 rerolls. And that's on the lesser side. I'd say 1,000 is your safe bet. You know? So, get those and then you should start. Because you gotta reroll. You gotta get every single Schrift, alright? Every single Schrift. So good luck with that. Alright, so part 1 is getting your true gift. And your true gift is having the same first letter as, your Roblox username as your Schrift. Sounds a little complicated, let me explain a little better. So if you have the name Ethan, right, you would have explode as your true gift. Since your name starts with the letter E, it explodes, starts with the letter E, so you would have EE, explode. Alright, and if you had the name AJ Ethan for some fucking reason, your thing would still be explode since there's no Schrift with the letter A or J. Alright, you don't get an imaginary Schrift. Alright, so it just ignores those letters and it would go on to the next letter. Right. And for numbers, if you have a letter, if you have a number that starts with your name for some fucking reason, it goes, numerically. 1 is, A, basically, or B, sorry, and then 2 is C, D, E, So let's say your name is 12 Ethan, right? Your true gift would be butterfly. And by the way, your true gift cannot be balance. Alright, so if you have balance and your name starts, if your name's Bob, sorry, you cannot have balance as your true gift. You have to roll for butterfly. Alright, after you got your true gift, after you know it's your true gift, you'd have to get true mode now. I know. And this is not the first time you have to get your true mode, by the way. So have fun with that, right? So just get your true mode and then talk to the balance NPC. And he will talk to you and tell you, will you give or take from your fellow soldats? So you want to select give, alright? And then after that, he will tell you to show mastery over your gifts. When you get this dialogue, your second part of the quest starts, alright? And by the way, do not talk to him after that, alright? Do not talk to him after that. I promise you, if you do, your whole thing you have to restart. Alright, now you want to roll your Schrift from A to Z, and the first one you gotta start with is balance, right? And after every single Schrift you roll into, you have to get a revolt standing, right? Do the little parry bullshit. It's pretty easy if you already did it 100 times, right? Just yeah. Do not talk to him in the wrong order, okay? He will call you disgraceful, and he will reset your whole almighty progress, You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. Alright. Your request will be hitting 8+ Soul Reapers with TNG, right? Make sure you hold down the G, right? To use the damage variant. You don't want to heal yourself after that. And also, you cannot do this in Volt. You have to do this in base form, by the way. And after you believe you've done the quest, go back to the balance NPC, and he will either say next gift in order, or he will say tip the scales in the right direction. If he says next gift in order, you've done it correctly. Good job. Congratulations. You can now roll on to the next Schrift. Now your next Schrift is butterfly, and obviously you gotta do the parrying, right? But butterfly is really easy, man. All you gotta do is the G move on 10 people. It's that simple. It's like the easiest quest in the game. But once you do that, just go talk to the balance if you see again, and you're on to the next Schrift. Alright, make sure he says next gift in order to make sure you've done the quest. Alright. If he says that, you're good to the next one. And the next one is compulsory. Compulsory is really easy as well. Just do the G move on 15 people. That's it. Alright, after completing compulsory, you got death dealing. It's a little bit harder to get since it's a mythic, but once you get it, all you gotta do is just inflict max poison on a player. You can do it right after you get your Volt, and you're done with that. After death dealing, it's explode. It's a little more difficult of a quest, but what I suggest doing is going to the Soul Society and using your Volt in Division 5. There's usually a lot of Soul Reapers hanging out around there. You can server hop and do a count on how many people there are. Once you know there's 10 people, use your Volt. Or just get a few of your friends in Division 5 as well, and you'll be able to do it. After explode, it's fear. Same deal with death dealing, just once you get your Volt, just proc max fear on some random person, and you're good. Alright, after fear, it's glutton, and glutton is not fun. Alright, you're gonna have to grip 10 people while they're in Bankai, while you're in true mode. Alright, you need to get your true mode for this one. Only tip for this one is to grip 5 people 2 separate times. This quest takes like more than a day. Alright, so good luck with glutton. Alright, heat is pretty easy. You just gotta make people kneel with your T. Just shoot from long range once you get it. And you have to do this in base. Do not do this in Volt. Now, a lot of people are stuck on iron because we still do not know what iron is. It used to be getting gripped 20 times and getting block broken 20 times, but they changed it for some reason to make the game harder. I already have true mode on it. I've been doing tests on it, still haven't figured it out. I think it's locked right now because I don't know, they like to do some bullshit like that. So yeah, miracle is pretty easy. All you gotta do is just get knocked 3 times after you get your Volt. Just let your friend wait for you right as you finish the parry test and knock yourself 3 times. Next is nimble, and it says counter 10 times with T. That is true halfway. You have to do this in hell now, I think, from what I heard. You have to do this in hell and run around the map with Volt C. I'm pretty sure you gotta do that too. I'll just do it just in case. So yeah. Now overkill is next, and what I'd suggest to do is do mission boards, max out your overkill, and then true Schrift, I'm pretty sure they mean by just completing ring 2, and yeah, you're done with that. Alright, for power, just guard break 10 people with your G move. Alright. For royalty, you're gonna need true mode. Yep, that's it. That's all you gotta do. And for superstar, you just gotta use your T or G move 10 times in total. I don't believe you need to hit people, but I would do it just in case. For thunderbolt, all you gotta do is just use your T on someone, and then right after use your G. It's a combo move. Alright, visionary. This one's really annoying. You gotta use your clone move 10 times on Soul Reaper, auto grip 10 times with the Meteor, and you gotta use vacuum. What I suggest is getting the Soul Reapers low, then use the clone move, then the vacuum move, and then the auto grip. Just, so you get all of them. Alright, wind is pretty easy. All you gotta do is use the split move. It's a Volt move. 1 to 3 times on players. That's it. Alright, X-axis has been apparently figured out. Apparently, you have to use your crit and then T on someone and knock them when you're doing that. So I can't confirm if this is true or if it's locked, but hopefully this actually works so we can honestly move on to zombie. Alright, last one is zombie, and this one sounds simple. Become like them and then invade their minds. It honestly just sounds like you gotta get your true mode and use it to make people zombies. I don't know. I don't know. No one has gotten to zombie yet. So yeah. Well, that's it. Hopefully we figure out what iron is. Hopefully we figured out what zombie is. And okay, some of these are honestly subject to change because they want to make the game harder for some reason. So yeah, it won't remain the same. Most of them will probably remain the same, but most will probably change. So good luck with that. I'll probably post an update video if some change. So hopefully they don't change. I'll see you guys later.